Hello everyone and welcome back to Retro Bro. Today we're going to be doing part 2 on the Ultimate Survival Guide. And in this episode we will be doing the natural disasters. Kind of an interesting one, and I think it might actually help a few of us. And in this one, there's a fair few. It goes from page 32 to 48. I think we'll probably go to page, let's see, page 40. How to escape from quicksand. Wait, actually, wait a minute. Yes, alright. How to escape from quicksand. Quicksand is soft, wet, sticky sand that is easy to sink into, and sometimes get stuck. It is found in areas where sand or clay have become severely waterlogged. Most quicksand is just a few inches deep, though, which is a good sign, at least. If someone else is in quicksand, do not plunge in after them. You will only get yourself trapped. Tell the person to stay calm and move slowly. Get them to take off any heavy objects that might be weighing them down. Find a long stick or branch, lay down at the edge of the quicksand, and hold out the branch so the person can grab it. Carefully pull them to safety. And here are the 6 steps of how to work with quicksand. Quickly warn anyone who is behind you to stop them from falling into. You will probably need their help to get out. Try to reach firm ground or grab something like a tuft of grass. You may be able to use this to pull yourself free. Take off anything that might be weighing you down. This could include your backpack or a heavy jacket. Try to remain calm. Do not panic. Don't thrash around. The more you move, the faster the quicksand will pull you down. Lean backward and spread your arms and legs to help you float. Gently push yourself to firmer ground. Take the shortest route you can. If you have a stick with you, lean across it. Then, move it crosswise under your hips where it will help you support as you move. And then the fast facts is, quicksand is found in wet areas such as beaches, riverbanks, and lake shorelines. It can also be found in marshes and near underground springs and mountain streams. Places that are well known for having areas of quicksand usually have warning signs, though. Be sure to look out for them when you are walking. How to survive a hurricane. Hurricanes are dangerous swirling storms that bring high seas, huge waves, heavy rain, and terrifying winds. They can cause a lot of damage. And 5 steps to stay protected. Help board up the windows and doors. If there's a risk of flooding, move valuable things upstairs. If you live near the coast, you will be told to evacuate. Make sure your family is allowed enough time to do this. Take your pets with you or lock them inside your house. Leave food and water. Pets are not allowed in evacuation shelters, but they should. That's a kind of a dumb rule. They could at least, put a kennel in there, right? That way we can, get our pets to safety. I feel like that should be something that they should do. I might tell someone about that. If you're staying at home, ride out the hurricane in a safe room. Load up with everything you'll need for 72 hours. Stay indoors and keep away from windows and doors. Keep flashlights and candles in case the power goes out. And I feel like we should know this, but I'll sort of reiterate as one of the facts on here. The middle of a hurricane is a calm spot called the eye, like the eye of the storm. If you are riding out a hurricane, keep all your windows and doors tightly shut. Make sure you have plenty of batteries, canned food, and water. Listen to a battery-powered radio for the latest information. Only go outside when you are given the official okay that the hurricane is over. For the fast facts, hurricanes can happen between June and October north of the equator. South of the equator, they occur between November and March. Hurricanes always start at the sea. They then often head toward the land. And the next one is... No, I think we might just skip this one. No, let's go over it. Movements deep inside the earth cause earthquakes. During an earthquake, the ground shakes violently. Roads break up and buildings can collapse. Stay away from furniture that might fall, like a bookshelf, your lampshade, any shelf. Actually, yeah. Okay, this is actually way better lighting. If you are at home, stay inside. Take cover under a table or a stand in a doorway or next to an inside wall. If If you are under a school or an office, get under a desk. Do not rush for the exits or stairways. Do not get into an elevator. That is about as much of a death trap as it could be. If outside, stay there, but move away from buildings, bridges, and power lines. Stay in the open till the shaking stops. Try to stay calm. Tremors are usually over quickly. Be ready for aftershocks. Listen to the radio for news. After an earthquake, check yourself for injuries. If you're fine and know how to do first aid, help anyone who is injured. Beware of broken glass. Keep away from all buildings and power lines. Do not use candles, matches, or open flames. Gas pipes and power lines are often broken in an earthquake and can start fires. Get an adult to check for fires and also the gas, electricity, and water supplies. If you smell gas, leave the building and get an adult to send for help. Did you know the city of Concepcion in Chile was moved 10 feet or 3 meters to the west by a massive earthquake in 2010? And honestly, I feel like we are alright without the fast facts. How to survive an avalanche. An avalanche is a huge mass of snow that surges down a mountain at high speed, burying everything in its path. And if you are buried by snow, when you stop moving, curl into a ball with your hands in front of your face. Rotate your head to make an air pocket. Avalanches can happen very suddenly, so, like, let's say you're snowboarding or something down a hill. Want to make sure that you don't accidentally get yourself in an avalanche situation. Did you know the worst avalanches are about half a mile or a kilometer wide and roar down mountains at speeds of up to 220 miles per hour or 360 kilometers per hour? Actually, it says 360 kph. Please someone tell me that in the comments, please. Avalanches are most likely to occur on steep slopes, after recent heavy snowfalls, and on warm afternoons. Always follow avalanche warnings, get advice from someone who knows the mountains, and never ski alone or in the backcountry without a qualified guide. I'm gonna have to make a pause here. Sorry about that pause, everyone. My mom just came home. Alright, let's keep reading. 90% of avalanches are caused by people's movement. If a group of you are skiing together, always space yourself out that way. If some of you are caught in an avalanche, the others can dig out. Snow stops your voice from carrying, so don't waste energy yelling until rescuers are near. And one thing I do want to put in the video, here's a cute little avalanche search dog right on there. Alright. Next page. By the final page. How to avoid being struck by lightning. Lightning starts when ice crystals and thunderclouds whiz around so fast that the clouds begin to crackle. Giant sparks surge between the clouds and the ground. Did you know lightning does often strike the same place twice? The Empire State Building in New York City is struck 20 to 30 times each year. Can you tell how far away the storm is? To figure out how far away a storm is, count the seconds between a flash of lightning and the sound of thunder. Divide the number of seconds by 5 to find out the distance in miles. Great. Seek shelter inside a car with the windows up and the doors closed. Even if the car is hit by lightning, you should still be safe. Seek shelter inside a building and shut all doors and windows. Do not stand by the windows. Avoid wide open spaces, hilltops, high ridges, and poles. Never stand under trees. Lightning usually strikes the highest object. 4. Stay away from wire fences or metal objects. Wait a minute. Sorry for that other pause. My mom called for me again. Alright, here for the fast facts. Across the planet, there are around 100 lightning strikes every second, more than 8 million every day. John Sullivan, a U.S. park ranger, was struck by lightning 7 times and survived all of them, a world record. Lightning bolts can be more than 5 miles or 8 kilometers long. Lightning can heat the surrounding air by as much as 5,000 Fahrenheit, or 28,000 Celsius. How to survive a tornado. A tornado is the world's most powerful wind. There is never much warning before a tornado, so it is important to know what to do. Number 1. If you are outside or in a mobile home, go to an emergency shelter, or get inside the basement or hallway of a strong building. Stay away from the windows and glass doors, and avoid places with large roofs. Get under a desk and hold on tightly. If you're in a car, get out and seek shelter in a building. Never try and outdrive a tornado. The wind can change direction and lift up your car. If out in the open, move at right angles away from the tornado's path. Lie down in a ditch and cover your head and neck. Doesn't seem like much, because the winds can still pick you up out of the hole, but whatever works, it will work, probably, I guess. After a tornado, with your family, see if your neighbors need help. Give first aid or call for help. Use the telephone only for emergency calls. Do not drink the water if the pipes are damaged. Return home only when you are sure it's safe. Get an adult to check for gas leaks. If you smell gas, leave the building. Listen to the radio for the latest information. And for the final page of today, how to survive a blizzard. I think this may be a very helpful tip right now. A blizzard is a winter storm with strong winds, driving snow, and poor visibility. These conditions can be deadly to the unwary traveler. If a blizzard strikes, seek shelter immediately and stay inside until it's passed. Number 1, if you're outside, don't try to travel. Dig a trench in the snow and line it with branches to protect you from the winds. If you are digging in heavy snow, be careful not to tire yourself. Take short breaks when you feel you need them. After the blizzard, help the adults check on your neighbors. Make sure they have enough heat, water, and food. If you're trapped in a car, stay put or you might get lost. Hang something bright on your antennas so you can be found. Run the engine 10 minutes each hour to keep it working, and keep the windows slightly open. Did you know, in 1978, a truck driver spent 6 days in his truck after being buried in a snowdrift. He survived by eating snow. And some lifesavers. This will probably be the most informational part of this. Cold can be a deadly weapon. Always listen to weather warnings and when you go out. Dress warmly. Snow can bury a landscape in hours. At the start of winter, prepare an emergency blizzard kit, including jumper cables, a windshield scraper, food, flashlights, a tow rope, and a cell phone. Remember, cold air sinks. So if you dig a snow shelter, make sure the entrance is lower than where you're sitting. And that, unfortunately, will have to be all the time we have for today's episode of the Ultimate Survival Guide. Now, I do want to say, in the fourth part, or the final part at least, we will be going over the Swiss Army knife. That way we all know how to use it. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You don't have to like or subscribe, but it's optional, I guess. And anyways, I hope to see you all soon again. Bye.